Something just happened in the eating area that was fun and funny to watch, although I don't know that Mike Ryan experienced it that way because his despondence, while the audience likes to eat and drink his tears, his despondence was real because it just broke that the Heat have indeed acquired Mike Ryan's second least favorite player ever, Terry Rozier. And I'm assuming, I don't know any of the details.
That's an upgrade, Scary Terry, because that's, the least favorite player that Mike has is Kyle Lowry. They traded up for his second least favorite player in Scary Terry.
All right.
But it's a good trade. I mean, the guy could fill it up.
Okay, at a 37% clip. And
45%.
No, this
37%
year,
from three.
No. His life. I'm talking about when I think of Terry, everything in his life, Terry Rozier does at 37%. Everything. I'm not talking about just basketball. 37% efficiency. Don't talk to me about now when he can do it for a bad team. No. Don't do that, please.
They beat the T-Wolves. I mean,
it's a bad day for Heat culture.
I want to do something here. Thank you, Billy. I want to do something every time someone mentions culture around here. I want an actual shock collar because I know the audience hates it. And I want somebody to be punished every time the word culture is uttered in any context here.
Well, it's on jerseys. You have to say it now. It's Heat culture. It's part of their uniform. It's a sad day. The guy that led you to 2 Eastern Conference Finals, 1 NBA Finals, champion guy on your roster is now gone. And I think, Dan, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do that bit that you want now because Kyle's gone. So what's the point? I can't. We can't give the Heat the money now, and I don't know that this is a bit to be seen through because we're just rewarding them for bad behavior.
Because you hate saying things on the microphone and then having to actually do them. And
no falsehoods. Look.
Falsehoods,
if anyone knows anything about me, I'm a Kyle Lowry stan, as they say. And now that he's gone, I'm going to have to look for a new guy. I don't know if it's Scary Terry.
You don't even want money from the company. And it's not about you not wanting to actually do work of developing a character. It's because you defend and protect Kyle Lowry so much.
Not just that, journalism as well.
Yes. So anyway, because I'd like to replace Billy at some point with Taylor, and because Taylor is in the other room, he was standing over Mike Ryan as a Knicks fan, laughing at Mike Ryan had his head in his hands. Mike Ryan, I don't know. Do you know what Mike Ryan went through last week? And Mike Ryan, I have not seen him this despondent, I'm going to say, in 7 years. Taylor, what did you witness from over there when you saw that you got the joy as a Knicks fan of seeing Mike Ryan destroyed by a transaction his beloved team had made?
It was a despondent Mike Ryan. It's a bad day for Heat culture, Dan, but it is a great day for the haters.
Mike Ryan, we are about to send Taylor out to do a new
that's a damn shame.
A new segment. Well, I want to make him a star. Even though he's scared, he's
a scared star.
Yeah, he's a scared star.
It works.
I need Taylor as a Knicks fan to develop some strength around here and be able to laugh at Heat culture because he was laughing at Heat culture during the break.
No team is ever a Terry Rozier away from winning a title.
Put it on the poll, please, Juju, at Le Batard Show.
My dude's spitting.
Is a team ever a Terry Rozier away from the title?
I'm very confused how to perceive this trade because it's not the All-Star break yet, so I haven't started following it as the Heat guy. But Jeremy seemed very excited about this move, and Mike seemed very not excited about this move. So there's like a wide-ranging spectrum of how to break down this trade.
Am I allowed to give my opinion, or am I a homer?
You can go sit in the penalty box
for
limping in that way.
Well, no, I know I'm going to get interrupted.
Just give the take, man.
That's not fair.
You can go ahead and leave.
I would have appreciated his perspective.
I hope Taylor replaces you two. I hope Taylor climbs up in the company and more Knicks power ends up emerging here to knock down some of these homers. But Taylor, before we send you out, what are we going to do with this segment? I don't want you to reveal too much, but we've been putting pressure on Taylor, making him talk fast. He's already scared. Something about growing up around this show. He's afraid to talk. He's otherwise a very good broadcaster, but he's scared to talk around here because he respects the constructs too much. What are we sending you out to do? What can you tell the people?
It is going to be a swift report where I give a take pretty fast and just have to be efficient with my time.
Okay.
Small windows.
All right. So Taylor swiftly is what we're trying to do to capitalize on the Taylor Swift algorithm, and we will find out if that segment replaces Billy and Jeremy. But, Mike, your honest thoughts on what the Miami Heat have done. Don't you trust this team after all of this time?
No. I stopped trusting them when they acquired Kyle Lowry and then struck out on every superstar of the last, 3.5 years or so.
Don't you trust the coach to make them better, though?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I do. I think
Okay.
I think the greatest strength of Eric Spoelstra is to continue to improve despite what the front office has given him, which is often them striking out. Any day that Kyle Lowry is not on the Miami Heat, I deem a good day. But when you get Terry Rozier back, who I think historically throughout his career has been a bit of a black hole on offense, a low-efficiency player, although you need some bucket getters in the postseason, and I'm curious to see what he does with Eric Spoelstra. I guess if it were Terry Rozier from this year, under Spo, which is on the surface what it seems like.
You'll take it?
That's certainly an upgrade over what they had. It's just I'm holding Terry Rozier's career against him. And I'm not a fan of the player.
I don't trust him at all. I think he's going to be inefficient. But I do trust the Heat organization to know what it's doing.
If you trust the organization, you trust the coach. He's averaging 23 points a game. He's doing it on 46% shooting from the field.
Stugotz.
Dan, why would you think he's not going to be better here?
Because Karl Anthony Towns scored 62 points last night, and they lost because a lot of guys, there's the lead option on a team in that league, can score a bunch, and they're going to lose. Like, somebody's got to get the stats on a professional basketball team.
I understand that, but you either trust the coach and his ability to make players better once they get here, or you don't.
I'm curious to see how the team uses him. I'll reserve judgment for that, but my lack of excitement is because I don't rate the player.
I will say this, Stugotz, okay? Because he does rate the coach. This is what I would say to you. When you say, well, do you trust Terry Rozier or not? Do you trust the coach or not? They have Joel Embiid. Like, you're going up now against that.
Right.
And you've got to be better than that. And Terry Rozier's not better than that.
Well, Joel Embiid has some proving to do on his own right because he gets everybody worked up every year. Mm-hmm. And last year was an MVP year, and they haven't gotten out of the second round.
Correct.
So
their team is better. Boston is better. Milwaukee is better.
Yeah, all those teams were better last year, and the Heat made it to the finals.
They're always better. They've been better since LeBron left here.
But
Miami's been the most successful team in that conference.
But Jimmy Butler is older, and they're 31-31 when their core is playing together. And we will get Jeremy in here in a second to talk about this. But, Lucy, I don't believe that you feel like anything we're talking about is interesting.
I don't even care a little bit. Not even a little. But I love to see you guys just debate it out, and I'll just sit here. I'll do my own thing, and I'll talk to you later, Dan.
Who's winning?
Jeremy.
Oh.
He needs a win right now, so I'm giving it to him.
Fair. Okay, that's just a pity win you're giving
that's
him?
Fair.
Absolutely.
What's fair about that? What do you mean that's fair?
He could use
my
a W.
rules.
Yeah.
You asked me who was winning, and I gave my answer.
Seems like Taylor is winning.
Actually, yeah, you know what? Take it back. I give it to Taylor.
I would love to get OG Anunoby. That would be something to get excited about.
The Heat are jealous of what the Knicks have done.
We're bad at trades now. We're bad at executing them. We're bad at having leverage. Like, we're just bad at it now. And we're good at drafting now, which is the polar opposite of what this franchise has been built on, and we just traded a first-round draft pick. However, it is protected, so I am feeling a little bit better about it. But I wasn't – you guys are doing bit when you say I was despondent. This rolled off my back. It's just one bad player out, another one that I haven't liked in, whatever. The Heat have disappointed me to the point of I can't even work up a fake emotion for this one. I am rather indifferent.
Technically, didn't they trade for LeBron James? I mean, just it's a sign and trade, right?
Yeah, it was a sign and trade.
It was.
Yeah,
they're bad at trading.
That was the best trade of all time. The Kyle Lowry acquisition was the worst.
Jeremy, we will go to you in a second, but I just want, because Billy's not going to give me the character that I want, honest Heat guy, until after the All-Star break. Taylor, can you, before you leave to do Taylor swiftly, can
it's a Taylor Swift report if we want to game the algos.
Okay, Mike Ryan is claiming that he wasn't actually despondent out there. During the break, when no one was watching, it was just us observing. You tell me your honest appraisal of, because I saw how much you were enjoying Mike suffering, your honest appraisal of the condition Mike was in.
He looked hurt. There's no way to frame it. The second he realized, I think, when they added a first-round pick, I think that's when the hurt really set in.
Jeremy, thank you, Taylor. Go out
Protected,
there
though.
and do your Taylor Swift report. Jeremy, now give me your thoughts and condense them, please. I don't want to keep sending you away.
Kyle Lowry for Terry Rozier and a protected first round pick with Kyle Lowry is a solid move for the Heat, and that Terry Rozier is second in the league in scoring efficiency and pick and roll offense. The Heat have really struggled offensively as of late. They need someone who can penetrate and get to the lane. Obviously, Tyler Hero has not been as efficient as they would hope in doing so, and having another player who can score, whether it's off the bench or in the starting lineup, is going to help them offensively. There are some redundant skill sets between him and Hero. I'm intrigued to see the way that Spo staggers those minutes and is able to really use Rozier productively, but he's been sort of a looter and a riot on a really bad team. I'm intrigued to see the way he fits in as a role player on this team as probably the fourth or fifth option offensively, but this team right now in this window did just get better in getting rid of Kyle Lowry and adding Terry Rozier and having a protected first-round pick in 2027. I don't know how you can view that as a net negative at the moment.
Stugotz, would you do me the favor of just looking at the numbers? I think it was Tony Campbell of the Timberwolves many years ago who just came close to scoring more points than anyone in the league because he played on an unbelievably team, and it looked like he was a breakout star, even though the team was terrible, because every night in the NBA, somebody's got to get to 90 points, and somebody on offense is going to get you to those 90 points. So I am holding the entire career of Terry Rozier before this against him. I have to admit, haven't watched a lot of Charlotte basketball this year.
There is a bonus to this trade that hasn't really been explored, is that it's unlikely that Kyle Lowry finishes the season with Charlotte. He might get rerouted or bought out. And if he ends up going to one of the teams that Miami is contending against, that automatically makes that team much worse.
Never thought I'd be looking up Tony Campbell's stats. It's just not a player.
I'm not sure it was him. I'm not sure it was
he
him.
averaged 11.6 points for his career. He did have the Brady Anderson season. One year he averaged 23.2.
Look up the team's record the year that he averaged
if
that.
Daryl Morey brings Kyle Lowry into the fold in Philadelphia, you've just significantly weakened the 76ers.
Put it on the poll, Juju. If the Sixers trade for Lowry, have they made Embiid terrible?